Another of the very important things to do when wanting to get your video seen is thumbnails. And you can see on this film that YouTube has offered me 3 random thumbnails, none of which are very clear, and I went to the trouble of making my own. It took me 2 minutes. A very powerful thumbnail. It's a nice font there, it's very clear. We know now that putting somebody's face on here with text is the best way to do thumbnails. If you can get a face looking at you or looking slightly to one side and some text, that seems to be the best sort of thumbnail that you can do. It's certainly worth that extra few seconds to produce a thumbnail. If you do, make sure you do the text twice. You can see I've got a white text here and a sort of a green. This gives like a shadow effect, so white or black. It gives that 3D effect. And when you see all the other thumbnails on a YouTube page, that really stands out. And the eye takes in graphics a lot quicker than it does wording, so people will search for something. If you go down the page, let's go back here. If I just go through this page quickly, that sort of stands out. This is an advert for North Korea documentary. That sort of stands out. There's a face. Not clear who it is from that angle. I know who it is, but still. That on that page. If I just go down there very quickly, I'm going to skim back up again. I'm just going to do this with you again. Can you see how much that stands out? That one I can't read. That one I've no idea, no idea, no idea. I'll bring my mouse over this side. Very dark, pointless. That's a very compelling picture, that. One of mine. This one, all the hands on the bomb there, that's also one of mine. Not bad. That one, because it's got some wording on, is very good. That's very good, not one of mine. That one, the text is missing, so that's sort of lost. Don't know what that is. Very powerful, one of mine. Very powerful, one of mine. Very powerful, one of mine. Thumbnails are absolutely crucial. They're not difficult to produce. One thing that I made a mistake on this one, and it's actually worked in my favour, don't use that area of the thumbnail. This obviously is a very big one, but I'll do it on the big one. On the YouTube watch page, there's a little clock here, a counter that tells you how long the film is, so you lose that. It's worked okay for me because it looks like North Korea's secret film. The ing is almost missing, but be careful not to use that bottom corner. So to reiterate, do your own thumbnails. Do, if you can, include a photograph of a person, that person looking at you or looking to one side. Do some text. 3 words is normally the most you can get away with. I've got away with 4 here, but you can see down here it's getting a little bit small to see. Here it looks a lot bigger. 3 or 4 words, and give that sort of shadow effect to the text. You can do that in lots of programs, or you can do it just by duplicating the text, and that gives it that sort of 3D effect and makes it really stand out. And obviously, do I need to say this? Yeah, I probably do. Use a font that's really clear that you can actually read. So that font's not very clear. If I come down here, that font's not very clear. North Korean, I can read that, but of course with the clamps around I can't see it. I'll try and see another one with a text on it. That joined up writing, not very good. If you're going to show text, make sure you can see it, basically. Okay. Now, I don't follow all my own rules here, you may be noticing, on this titling, because that's something that I've learnt recently, and I'm in the process of going back. So the time you see this film, this may well have changed. But that's got me, at the time of this recording, 543,000 views in 9 months, 1,200 likes, 200 dislikes, and 1,600 comments. We know that Google loves comments, so that's going to work very well. That's thumbnails. Can't stress it highly enough. It doesn't bring more people, it doesn't help YouTube send more people to you, but on the page where you're competing for other film against other films, if your thumbnail stands out, bright colours, a face, 3 or 4 words there that really stand out almost in a 3D effect, it's far more likely that your film will get clicked, your film will get watched, you'll get more subscribers, more watch time, and so on.